This is Super Blogger Reese live interviewing one of the most biggest secrets in London. This is Michael Connolly, the stand-up comedian from West London. Tell me a bit about yourself, Michael.
I'm usually a media worker. I work in the entertainment and media industry. I'm a writer and publisher. I'm an IT executive. I have my own business, and I generally, I'm like Superman in reverse. By daytime, I'm an IT person. By night, I do stand-up comedy and poetry, etc. Just for fun.
So what I want you to do, just imagine you're going onto stage. Give me one of your biggest examples of one of your catch lines or one of your punch lines, something that makes everybody laugh. Just give me an idea of how you work yourself and how you work your way into it.
It's a bit tricky for me to come on so cold and do a joke as such. But whenever I start my performance, I go on stage and I look around the audience. I look at the survey of the audience, and that's usually the most nerve-wracking moment when you first see the audience. And I pick up the mic, touch the mic, and I go.
When you say you pick up the mic and you touch the mic, when do you feel that the audience has been granted with one of your best jokes?
I don't know. I was just going to explain to you the process of just just introducing, going on stage and introducing my performance. So I pick up the mic and I go something like 1, 2, 1, 2, mic check. My name is Michael Connolly, so this mic belongs to me. And that, for some reason, that makes a big laugh, and I go, whoa! If it doesn't get a laugh, then I know I've got a tough crowd in front of me.
All right, I want one thing. I want you to give me a sketch, and I want you to give me I want you to give me a line, because I'm hearing great stuff about Michael Connolly. I'm hearing how you've conquered some of the small circuit, and you're now going up into the bigger circuits. Me being a super blogger Reese that I am, obviously the questions that we're going to need, especially for your fans, are more intense. So just give me just a line.
I can't do that. I have to prepare for that.
So what is your technique to prepare for that?
For me, I guess I have to get some new material. I'm preparing some new material now. Once I've done my new material, then I run it, rehearse it, and then I'm ready for the road. I can't do. I can, but I won't be as effective than if I know I'm preparing for a particular audience. To say, oh yeah, because the minute I give you my joke now, then the joke is going to be on YouTube, and it won't be fresh when I go and deliver it anywhere else.
So just to stop you there, sorry. How do you go about creating your work? How do you go about getting the dynamics to get the right joke across? Is it something that you sit down and study? Is it something that you formulate? How do you do that?
Basically from life. I draw from my life experiences, because I think life is funny, and the funniest thing is actually speaking the truth about things in front of me, but turn it in a way that is funny. The last joke I made was about Brexit and about the circumstances of people wanting to get rid of foreigners from this country, and so they decided that the best way to do that was to go and vote Brexit. That's the funniest thing, because really Brexit is never going to happen, and there's always been foreigners in this country, and those two dynamics make for good.
So when you say Brexit, give me an example of what you mean by Brexit. You mean in sort of this situation that we have about Brexit, people being able to stay and people being able to go? Well, how do you feel about that?
Brexit in its raw form is Britain's exit from the EU. Hence the name Brexit. I personally, I'm a Remainer. I'm a Remainer because I like the idea of unity within within Europe, basically. And I like the idea of having one passport and being able to travel across borders throughout Europe without any interference or hindrance or government, shenanigans, interfering with my journey.
So what do you take more serious, the Brexit situation or your being a stand-up comedian? Because obviously you visionary your lines and you plan, but what would you take more serious as a punchline? Yeah, the jokes that you actually stand up on stage and tell, or what the situation that's happened between the Europeans and Brexit in England at this present moment?
I do a mixture of both. I draw from life, and if I'm telling a joke about Brexit, then obviously it comes from that situation. And there's techniques that I've learned to craft a joke, to make it funny, given the situation. But Brexit itself is not really funny, but